Hi, Jacques Wilkins, a Christian pastor with one thought to help you do love one. I've always dreamed of driving a big fancy car, but that was until I had to actually pay for one. Then I quickly realized that the nicest car to drive is the one that you can actually afford, or even better, the one that's already paid for. As I reflected on why I wanted to drive that fancy car, I realized that I've come to believe over time that driving that fancy car or having the latest whatever was like an advertisement. It was something that said to other people, look at him, he is successful and you should take notice of him. Turns out I'm not the only one who seemed to have thought that way. And as a result, I'm not the only person who's ever bought something I couldn't afford with money I didn't have to impress people I didn't know, or even worse, didn't like. But that way of thinking, this lie that seemingly rich means something, was prevalent in the early church as well. Many times the apostles had to write to believers and remind them that this was not actually the case. Money was not a good measure of people, or was supposed to influence how we treat them. James, for instance, wrote that we should not favor the wealthy or look down on the poor, but that we should rather treat everybody the same. In actual fact, he went on to say that if we treat wealthy people different from poor people, we are judging them, and that is a form of sin. It also brings me to the thought that I want to share with you today. A prosperous soul, someone whose source is Jesus, has sufficient space for the wealthy and the poor, because a prosperous soul is looking to serve and not to get. We show partiality to people when we look at them as a resource, hoping to get something from them. So can I encourage you today? Be prosperous from your soul. Make God your source, and rather serve than hope to receive. As you do that, not only will you avoid the sin, but you will be able to treat people all the same. I hope this thought challenges you. I hope it puts your life and the way you treat people in a slightly different perspective. Most of all, I pray that you and I can meet up soon.